Let's see how to use grids in CYPE 3D. To do this, we open the Planes menu at the top of the interface and select the Grid option. A grid is a pattern formed by squares and composed of lines parallel to the global X and Y axes. These lines spatially divide the model into elevations that support the introduction of structural elements and the definition of elevation views. In the lines in X direction and lines in Y direction tables, we can add, copy, and delete grid lines manually. With add, we enter the data of a new line, its coordinate with respect to the origin, a label to identify the line, and the label position both at the origin and at the end of the line. To define the remaining grid lines, we must repeat the process. Grid lines can also be introduced automatically. To do this, we click on the Generate Grid Lines button. In this case, we define the number of lines, the line spacing, the initial label, and the position of the label for both the lines in the X direction and the lines in the Y direction. We click on Accept to confirm the entered data. The program will delete the previously defined grid lines, if any, and enter the new ones into the tables. We finish the process by clicking on Accept. We can now insert nodes, bars, and other structural elements on the reference lines generated by the grid. To check the visibility of the grid and the associated reference lines, we open the Planes menu and click on the References option. We activate the Display the Grid and Reference Lines checkboxes, keeping only those with a node checkbox unchecked. When the Grid option is used to modify the position of a grid line by editing its coordinate, all the elements contained in that line will be moved to the new position automatically. If we define grids in the model, the program allows us to create elevation views. To do this, in the Window menu, we select Open New. Now we can create a 2D view of an elevation parallel to the X grid lines or to the Y grid lines. We click on Accept. Elevation views are 2D views that display the elements belonging to the elevation and those reaching it or starting from it. The elements entered in elevation views shall be contained in the view plane. Once the views have been defined, we can move from one elevation to another by means of the Move Forward one line or Move Backwards one line buttons located on the left-hand side. We can also click on Elevations to select and display a specific elevation.